Hello and welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. I'm Kate Kadetsky. I will be teaching Algebra 1 in the inclusion setting this year with Kristen Worker. Mrs. Worker is currently out on maternity leave. She will be back in a couple of months. But we just wanted to welcome you to class and to give you a little bit of an overview of what we are planning on doing this year. I'm going to take a few minutes to show you the syllabus and just highlight a few important parts. I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you. And then I'm going to show you on Google Classroom how we actually work with the kids virtually and when they come back in the hybrid setting. So to start, I'm going to present the syllabus to you. And it might take a minute. So just to show you the syllabus, all of the teachers of Algebra 1 are at the top right here. At the top, our emails are all right here. And if for some reason you can't get a hold of one of us, you can certainly, your student can certainly go to any of the teachers that are listed. This is just our basic things that we are working on, our concepts that we are working on. Our pre-algebra will probably be we've been spending a little bit of time on pre-algebra, assuming that the students, missed some work from last year when they were virtual. So we are going to spend some time on that, doing a lot of spiral activities so that we kind of run back into, what we were working on they were working on in 8th grade. And we will spiral back into doing Algebra 1 and moving through the Algebra 1 concepts the best we can with, with how we're working. So materials needed, right in this section, materials needed. Obviously, you're going to need something to write with, pen, pencil. We're not kind of sticklers to that, but pen or pencil, a notebook with binder paper. Notebook paper would be great so that if you are working from home, you can show your work on a piece of paper and then upload it and send it in for an activity. And your Chromebook is required daily in class, and hopefully it will be charged. We do have outlets in the classroom, but we don't have a lot. So, and then if they were charging, they wouldn't be able to socially distance. So keeping these things in mind, it seems a little strange, but keeping these things in mind when we come back to school are a big deal. So no sharing materials. We can't ask our friends for a pencil, that kind of thing. Once you come back, you also would probably want headphones, and ones that plug in might be a little bit more annoying to plug in, but ones that plug in, because we're not sure that all of the Chromebooks have the Bluetooth capability of using the, the earbuds. So just so you have headphones in the event that you are watching videos or something in class while you're sitting in class, but that's all when you come back. If you come back, however that was going to start to work. Graphing calculator apps. There are several apps, whether you have an iPhone or whether you have an Android phone, there are several really good apps. We have calculators here, but as of right now, we won't be handing them out in class to students. So, again, we'll see how that progresses as the year progresses. So on the school website, under the faculty pages, you're going to select the teacher. So you'll select Kristen Worker, or you'll select Kate Kadetsky, and I think mine should be attached to Kristen, so it all goes to one place. You can find our Google Calendar and several things there. The syllabus will be there with all of our information and our contact information. And Google Classroom is the big one. Google Classroom will be where we will be posting all assignments and all activities and all notes. So Google Classroom, make sure all of our students are on it, but if you would like as a parent to get on our Google Classroom, there's a couple ways to do that too, but a lot of you are already on it. So, and then on Google Classroom, we also present a list as for an activity. If it's on a website, we will give you the website. So there isn't, it's all right there, and I'll show you all that in a minute. Missing work and attendance. We do check attendance daily, period by period. And missing work, if you're missing work, you will be able to go on to Google Classroom up here. You'll be able to go onto Google Classroom and find those activities and make them up. This policy in here, the late assignments and the grading policy, that is district-wide. And this is, this is based on how the teacher wants to handle things, basically. But this is the way that the district wants us to handle things. A day late, we take 25% off of grade. 2 days late would be 50%, and no late assignments accepted after 2 days. But I think that's kind of subject to change teacher by teacher. So this is the main marking period grading policy. 40% for assignments, 50% for assessments, and we have a progress assessment at the end of each trimester. So that will be 10% of your grade. It's everything in the grade book. This in here is what happens, like you can read through these things, how we encourage you to use the internet to work on activities, some encouragements, discouraged, and absolutely forbidden. So obviously there's got to be some sort of integrity policy in place, and we do have one as a district. So this is classroom policies. Basically everything that is applying in a physical classroom would also apply to a virtual classroom. So if we are in school, we are in dress code, we're following dress code, and we're prepared and ready to go, and we don't have our heads down on the desks and that kind of thing, and we aren't laying down. So, on the Google Classroom, on a Google Meet, that is also applying to the virtual setting. Here are some virtual meeting expectations, and so far the kids have been wonderful with communicating and respecting one another and being on time. It does get a little difficult, when you got in a meeting you're usually meeting at 10:30 and all of a sudden you're meeting at 8:30 on everybody's virtual day. So, we take those things into consideration, but moving forward, things are going to get we're all going to get a little bit more used to things, and we'll get, things will get a little bit tightened up a little bit, I believe. Extra help resources we will be showing you on Google Classroom, but also teachers are available from 7:40 to 9:15. That's right in here, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So students can just pop in. Usually Hangouts is best, and then let us know that they need help. And then we can always go to a Google Meet, or we can go to a video in Hangouts to help with work or homework or something like that. So students, it's best if they contact us through Hangouts first, and then we go from there. Okay, so that is the syllabus. The other thing that I wanted to show you is right here. Let me see. Get back out of that. I don't want to be in that anymore. I want to be in, sorry, I have something showing. Okay. So I want to be in, I'm going to swap out what I'm showing you. And here is Google Classroom. I'm just picking period 1 just because period 1, period 6, and period 7 all are exactly the same. So I just wanted to show you period 1. Here's our header in Google Classroom, and then under our names, and here's our class code, which you don't really need, but here is the Google Meet. So it's currently turned off because I'm not meeting in the Meet. So at the beginning of every class, we turn it on. At the end of every class, we turn it off. So, if you go to hop back in and it's turned off, that's what it indicates. So here's our stream, and as you can see, we put some reminders on here, reminders of upcoming dates. I'm a calendar person, so just to let you know what's coming for the next week, what we're planning for the next week, or maybe 2 weeks even. And under at the top, so you have your stream, and then under here is classwork, and it is all, we show it all by the dates. So if you missed something on the 14th, go back and check, what the activity was. Or if you missed something, on the 15th or 17th, or there's an assessment, we show you how that works also too. Okay, so everything is in here. I will show you, once we go ahead and click on that, it'll show you what an activity looks like. So this is the login and complete the activity. We give the directions, and then students would click on this and get to the web page. Okay, so there's no need to remember all these and memorize all these, and it will ask them from there to most likely to log in with their Google account, which is their main information. Okay, so everything in here under the classwork tab is logged by date. Okay, so there shouldn't really be. We tried to make this as clear and streamlined as we possibly could. Okay. Currently, for back to the main parts. Let me take you back to the class. Currently, for here under the meet, we meet every day, and that is for attendance purposes. We have to take attendance every period, and that is based on the time in the schedule that I think you should have, based on the time of the schedule that our class meets. So we do attendance every period, and you know, and then we teach too. So if you're missing our Google Meet, then you're kind of missing out on a lot. So, you know, our attendance wise, that's how we're working things. This may or may not progress the same way as the year progresses. So, you know, we will inform you ahead of time. We're very big proponents of, you know, keeping you in the loop. So we will inform you ahead of time if and when things change. And other than that, parents, please communicate. I'm going to close this out. Parents, please communicate through email. It's the best way to get a hold of us. But, you know, we don't want to inundate you with emails either. So please communicate with us through email. Students, there are several ways to get in touch with us. They can message us through Hangouts, Google Hangouts, and email or the Google Meet. And you know, for the tutoring on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning. So thank you for joining us, and we're looking forward to an exciting and interesting school year this year. Hopefully all will go well with you and you'll have a wonderful year. Take care.